So in the last C5 Corvette video that I did, we had the car way up in the air and I did an oil change and removed that air EGR system from the car. And when I was under there, I noticed something that is not ideal, but I'm glad I caught it when I did. And it's this. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Right there. So yes, my front passenger side tire has threads showing, and it looks like it's very, very, very worn on the inside, which is kind of odd because I just got this thing aligned around this time last year. And the rest of the tires are wearing pretty evenly, but this one, for some reason, is just screwed. So today, we're gonna address this because we have to, because I can't drive the car if that tire blows. I can't get this thing onto a ramp truck now, it's too low. So I'm gonna actually use the small brain that I have and address this now. Not what you want to see on your tires.
Several days later.
So actually, a little bit of a change of plans. So something went wrong with getting the tires the last day that I filmed, and I had a few things going on. I had a wedding. So then the tire shop told me that the tires were in. So I went and got the fronts installed because the rears still have a little bit of life left. So now, as you do before you get new tires, we're gonna unalive the rear tires, make sure that they are dead before we bring it back to the tire shop and get the new rears put on as well. And then I'll explain what size I got and brand and all that boring stuff. Pretty good.
One pair of pants later.
Well, that feels good to do. I don't really get to do a whole lot of, well, I do some burnouts and stuff, but actually, no, I lied. I do get to drive cars, a lot of cars, just not quite that aggressive. So I had to ease into it a little bit. I didn't want to just, beat the bag out of it right at that start. I kind of took it easy, stayed in first gear, only almost killed my brother twice. So that's a positive. If we were younger, it probably would have been a different story. But man, that is exhilarating. That's fun. I love drifting around and stuff. That I don't really get to do a lot. Have just a big open parking lot and really, slide the car. I wasn't very good at it. But anyways, so now we're going to the tire shop. I'm going to double check that the back meats are definitely finished and there's no life left before I have to unlife them again. And if there's not much left on them, they'll throw on the new rears, and then I'll let you know what size I went with, what brand, and why I did what I did. Because there's a reason I did what I did, so I'll explain that. nice chunks out of there. Yeah, they're pretty dry rotted. I'm gonna drop them off. So we've got the Vette in the garage next to Dad's C6. So I can explain to you guys what tires I went with. It's blisteringly windy outside. I don't know if you can see that. And some of you want to hear what I have to say. Some of you do not. Anyways, the tires that I went with are the, let's see, I'm already drawing a blank. They're the Continental Pro Contact. No, Extreme Contact. DWS06, I believe. I don't see that anywhere on the side, though. I think that's what that says. Let's try that one more time. The Continental Extreme Contact DWS06. They're an all-season tire, not a summer tire. And I was going to get just all four of what I had on the rears, which were the Firehawk Indy 500. I believe that's what they were called. But those are a high-performance summer tire, and I am one of the only idiots that drives their Corvette year-round, winter, spring, summer, fall. And I did notice that in the winter, and even in the colder fall months right before winter, traction was just non-existent.
What? You don't say. You don't say. You don't say!
So I think I made the good call by going with an all-season, and the tires feel great so far. I haven't really driven the car much. I drove it back from the tire shop, and that was about it. Now, of course, the biggest question to come from all this that I always get is, what is your wheel and tire size combo? Now, the tire size that I went with is 245/40 18s in the front and 285/35 19s in the rear. Now, these are factory C6 Corvette tire sizes because, of course, I have factory C6 Corvette wheels. Yes, I probably could have gone a little bit wider in the back. As I might have mentioned before, I do eventually want to do carbon fiber wide body rear fenders on the car. And as I've heard from you guys want to see me do it too. But I still have a little more planning to do with that because, you know, what if I want to wrap the car? Do I do that before I get fenders? Do I do that after? I love these wheels, and I already have a giant spacer on there now. If I go wide body, I probably am going to need a different wheel. But speaking of carbon fiber, I am proud to announce that today's video is sponsored by Simply Carbon Fiber. Well, I rely heavily on my cell phone. That's what I use to film a lot of these videos. It just works in tight spaces when I'm under the car doing, you know, work on the car. And sometimes it's difficult when I'm trying to film and I'm trying to use a ratchet, and all of a sudden, when I use the ratchet to smash my phone, thank God it wasn't my hand. But with their carbon fiber cell phone case that I have here, that I am luckily now using, that's no problem because their case is made from actual carbon fiber. It's not just some overlay. It's practically a Lamborghini Aventador. And even though I don't have any money because, well, I'm a YouTuber, I use Simply Carbon Fiber's money clip as well. Again, real carbon fiber here. It's got a nice gloss carbon fiber weave, no cheap overlay on here either. This thing is incredibly light. It's super strong. When it's empty, you really would have no idea it's even in your hand. My dad's got this massive wallet that's like 3 inches thick, and the thing's gotta weigh like 80 pounds, and God knows it's not because it's got a lot of cash in there. It's just because it's this thick leather, and I don't know, it must be an old man thing. Got a few cards in there. This one holds 4 to 6, and some cash if you have that sort of thing. But add that stuff all in there and you barely know you have it on you. So you can go to www.simplycarbonfiber.com/DH for DriveHub and use the code DH10 for 10% off your order. Massive thank you to Simply Carbon Fiber for sponsoring this video and for supporting the channel. Go check them out, and then you can say you have the same wallet or the same phone case as your favorite automotive journalist. So I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna have these tires actually on here. I just really needed something kind of in a pinch where my fronts were so destroyed, they really were not safe to drive anymore. So we'll see how these tires do. They got really, really good reviews. I did tons and tons of research before I got these, and these were a really high rated tire. I'll include a link for them down in the description below in case you have a C5 with C6 wheels, or any wheels actually, and you want to put these on it, or you have any car and you want these tires on it, I should say. I'll include a link down in the description below for them. But these are going to be the tires I'm going to drive on until I figure out, you know, is the Corvette going to go wide body? You know, there's a lot that has to do with that, because it's not just like throwing on the fenders. No, I got to figure out if I'm wrapping the car. And if I'm not wrapping the car, then I have to figure out wheels, because like I said, I have a giant spacer on these right now. If I add, you know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches of width to the car, I can't run like a 4-inch spacer. So I would then need new wheels, which I don't really want to have to get because I love these wheels. So these are just kind of the just to get by tires for now. I'll keep you guys updated if for some reason I find that they suck and I hate them, but for some reason I don't think that's going to be happening, because from what I've driven in the car now, they feel really nice. It's very smooth, very cushy ride actually. So if you guys have any other questions on the setup or about the C5, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I'll try to get to as many as I can. I'm not very good at that, I know. But we are going to be selling a few other cars in the next few weeks actually, and using some of that capital to go into the C5. So I know I say it all the time, but stay tuned, because I have actually a few things now planned for this car. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy motoring.